Howdy folks, and welcome to Fake Flights, Help to Prove the Plane. And if you didn't see my first video, I'll leave a link down below. You should watch that first, so I go into more depth and map it out. But basically what I did in that video was look at flights in the southern hemisphere, trying to jump from continent to continent, mapping it out on Google Maps, and then mapping it out on flat earth map, and realizing that the flat earth map showed the routes to make sense and the Google Maps didn't, and the way they were trying to hide these ridiculous routes was with fake flights, fake non-stop flights that aren't real and you can't get. This video will just focus on some of the changes that took place since then, like Fare Compare had to change their website and their flight search format. That happened like a couple weeks after the video came out. Also, some of the non-stops that they had out there disappeared from the searches as they were trying to figure out what to do, I'm sure. Sometimes they were in the searches, sometimes they weren't. And then also now they've added some new fake flights, so I'll go over those. And yes, even though it was a daily fight with shills and it wasn't fun, I blocked over 100 of them so far. Daily fight for 2 months, still happening, because this is a huge lie, and they're trying to keep this one a secret. And this lie in particular really pissed off a lot of people, including a lot in the airline industry, because this lie is one of the big ones propping up the flat earth lie. And this lie exposes the flat earth a lot faster than people are ready to have it exposed, including a lot of flat earthers. And I'll probably make another video on that another time. Proof! Where is your proof? How many times did I hear that? Proof is in the logic, first of all. If you know the earth is flat like I do, then logically these are not real flights. But I know people need more proof than that, besides the actions that I've seen on this video since then, which also prove it to me. But here's how we get real proof and expose it. Calling out to friends in the southern hemisphere, we need your help. Show up to these airports and look for the gate of these fake flights, and I bet you won't find one. And if you do find one, I bet there won't be a plane pulling up or any people lining up for it, because they can fake these flights to a certain extent, but they can't fake it that far. So let's expose it. Let's expose fake flights and the flat earth.
The seatbelt sign is on!
First, please make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Seatbelts can be purchased for $5. To fasten, insert the metal fitting into the buckle and tighten the buckle by pulling the loose end away from you. To release, purchase a release flap for $7. Now I know what you're thinking. We've never paid for seatbelts before. Once we've reached our cruising altitude, your flight attendant may or may not go down the aisle with snacks. If she chooses to, each passenger will be given a single peanut.
Alright, this is Expedia, and it's a Sydney to Santiago search. And I can show you that every single one of these options on this page, which is 15 or 16, is fake. So we know this one is fake. This one is the non-stop from Sydney to Santiago, Qantas 27. Sometimes it shows up in the search, sometimes it doesn't. This one is fake. It used to only be available 3 days a week. Now it's available, I think, 4 days a week, or so it says, but this one is fake. 12 hours and 40 minutes for that flight. Nope.
You'd think after all these years someone would listen to you.
Oh well,
Airport management, the FAA, and the airlines. Oh, cheats and liars. All right, let's get out of here.
The flat Earth is the biggest lie of all time. And they've kept it going for hundreds of years now. And the way they do that is with a lot of supporting lies. And one of the supporting lies has to be fake flights. And I can tell you right now that makes them nervous, because this exposes the flat Earth faster than they know it's about to be exposed. So how far would they go to make you believe that these non-stop flights are actually real? Well, this is how far they'll go.
It was a colourful start for QF Flight 28 to Santiago, with Chilean dancers performing their national dance at Sydney Airport, giving passengers on the plane an exciting send-off for the 13-hour non-stop journey to this new Qantas destination. And guess who was there to meet them on arrival?
Good morning.
Yes, none other than John Travolta, the airline's ambassador at large in his pilot's uniform. Even workers on the ramp strained to get a look at the famous actor, who later spoke at a packed media conference.
Two wonderful countries being able to come together with one flight, a non-stop flight from Sydney to Santiago. Simple trip.
Do you see a plane out there, do you? Huh? We are not going anywhere until there is a plane out there.
So, that one is fake, and every single other one of these ones is fake also.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
No matter what the first part does, because all these flights eventually take off from Auckland and go to Santiago, and that we've already shown is a fake flight.
Do you see a plane out there, do you? Huh? We are not going anywhere until there is a plane out there.
You can't do it. So, all you really need to see, this is that 11-hour, 20-minute flight for 6,000 miles, supposedly. But not on the flat Earth map. All you need to know is that this is the same flight that's going to Auckland, 4:15 to 12:35, and you can see that all of these flights end at 12:35, no matter what the stops. This one goes through Brisbane first, so is this one, Melbourne first, so those parts can be real. I'm saying the Auckland to Santiago portion is not real. And see, they're all, so all of these flights right here on this page are fake. So whatever happens, I'm sure you try to book one and it says, oh jeepers, nothing's available. Here's your next option to either Vancouver, San Francisco, or LA.
It's an entirely different kind of flying, altogether.
It's an entirely different kind of flying.
Here's Flight 800. This is the one that I'm talking about, the Auckland, 6,000 miles, Auckland to Santiago. Supposedly leaving every single day. Now there's another flight. Flight 1316 wasn't in the first video. Now it's a new flight, supposedly. But I'll show you, they just copied this flight. So it's just another fake flight. You can look here. 4:15 departure time every single day of the week, so they both leave at the exact same time, except for this one. This one gets there in 10 hours and 15 minutes, and this one gets there in 11 hours and 20 minutes.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
So yeah, this one, same jet, same seats, all that stuff. So now they're just getting sloppy. So now there's two fake ones, and you can see that Flight 27 didn't come up. We can close these up and I'll show you that there's no non-stop in this. So interesting. And here's your dead giveaway. The Auckland flights, these are the two fakes, 813.16, 7,337 miles. Your next options, double. And it goes all the way to 15.7. So you're either flying, there's one flight that takes you to San Francisco, then Houston, and then to Santiago. There's two different flights to LA that either take you to Atlanta or Houston, and then Santiago. And then there is one flight to Vancouver, and then you have a couple of different options, but
I can't take much more of this. Looks like I picked the wrong week to quit amphetamines.
Shayna, they bought their tickets. They knew what they were getting into.
The last time the flight is delayed.
alright, here we are, Johannesburg to Perth. And I've opened up all the real flights. But we'll go over the fake ones. This one is real to Singapore. And here's the flat earth map that I used to map out the Johannesburg to Perth flights. And this flight right here from Johannesburg to Singapore to Perth, almost a straight line, and it's 7,800 miles. So that's where I'm getting that 5161 cannot be a real flight. Also, all these Sydney flights are fake. They disappeared from the search altogether the other day, but they're back today. It's almost a straight shot on the flat earth map from Johannesburg to Singapore to Perth. And this is 7,803 miles. So it's close to 8,000 miles, not 5,161. So this flight right here, 280, South African Airlines, is a fake. And that was in the first video.
Do you see a plane out there? Do you? Huh? We are not going anywhere until there is a plane out there.
You'll see a lot of these QF64, Qantas 64. All of those are fake. Those are all to Sydney. The first flight is to Sydney, 6:10 p.m. You'll see all of them are leaving at this time. So whatever the rest of the flight is, doesn't matter, because the first flight part is fake. So this is a fake listing.
Chicken or fish? Chicken or fish?
You see they're listing it at even the one stop, 88.82, which is only 1 mile less than the two stop. Amazing. But yeah, this flight to Dubai, real, and that is 9,597 miles. Johannesburg, Dubai, Perth. And this one is to Abu Dhabi International, and this one's real too. But all the QF64s are fake, because this first part of the flight, Qantas 64, 6,847 miles. It's a lot longer than that. And all the Sydney flights weren't even on the search the other day, about 2 or 3 days ago. Today they are. So, yep, there you have it. And you can see I'm not using any dates in this search, so that way it pulls up everything. And I'll show you. I've got everything checked over here, so any flight, any stop. These are all the different airports. Alright, well, thanks for tuning in, and cheers to all the new subscribers. Welcome aboard. I kind of took a break there for a while. Chalked that up to partially summer finally hitting where I live, and also being a little overwhelmed by one video I made in particular. And now I must be a glutton for punishment making another, but along those lines, I'm not going to argue about anything, really. You can do your own research to find out about the flat earth. There's a lot of great videos out there made by other folks. And that's how I learned about it, partially. So yeah, do your own research. And it's not that I'm trying to avoid questions, it's just that I'm trying to avoid the people that are trying to throw me off track. I'd be glad to help people that are genuinely trying to learn about the flat earth. But I'm not going to argue on this video, so that said, we need folks in these key cities. Sydney, Santiago, Auckland, Johannesburg, Buenos Aires, Perth. And also remember that these aren't the only fake flights. There's, you know, all the return flights, for instance. So team up. Take your video camera to the airport and let's expose this lie, which will expose the flat earth a lot faster. Cheers, everyone.
Now I know that some of you are still concerned about getting there safely. Enjoy your flight.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's me, the World Traveler, from the comment section. I can assure you that I have taken every single one of these flights that he says are fake, and they are indeed real flights. I'm sorry you're flying double miles, you just happen to not get one of them.